Hey, friends, some of the things you do in your bedroom every day might be working against you.
Your bedroom is supposed to heal you, not audition as a low-budget health hazard. 1. Sleeping on an old, sagging mattress. A bad mattress doesn't just ruin your sleep. It turns every night into an 8-hour argument between your spine and gravity. People keep these things way too long, like they're family heirlooms. Somewhere out there, a mattress from the Bush administration is still hanging on for dear life, stuffed with dust, regret, and the faint spirit of lower back pain. And the problem is sneaky. You don't wake up thinking, ah yes, my bed is slowly destroying me. You just feel stiff, tired, weirdly grumpy, and about 40% older than you actually are. A sagging mattress can throw off your posture, mess with your neck, and make deep sleep feel like a luxury package your bedroom forgot to include. It's basically a hammock built by pessimists. And the real insult? People will spend a fortune on vitamins, magnesium, blackout curtains, and lavender sprays while sleeping on something shaped like a taco. At that point, your mattress isn't furniture. It's a silent enemy wearing a fitted sheet. 2. Letting dust, clutter, and fabric pile up everywhere. Some bedrooms look less like restful retreats and more like storage units that developed emotional issues. Piles of clothes, decorative pillows no human has ever needed, curtains thick enough to trap secrets, carpets holding onto dust like it's rent money. And then people wonder why they wake up stuffy, sneezy, foggy, and sounding like an accordion with allergies. Your bedroom can quietly become a paradise for dust, dander, and all the microscopic freeloaders that thrive when cleaning gets postponed from this weekend to some time before retirement. The cozy vibe starts turning into an air quality hostage situation. And clutter doesn't just collect dust, it collects stress. Even when you're trying to relax, your brain keeps scanning the mess like an unpaid intern working overtime. Nothing says peaceful sleep like a chair covered in laundry staring at you like a judgmental ghost. A bedroom should calm your nervous system, not make it feel like it's trapped inside a thrift store during pollen season. Sometimes the healthiest upgrade isn't expensive. It's just finally admitting that the pile of sweaters in the corner has become its own ecosystem. 3. Using your bedroom. Like an all-in-one office, theater, and snack lab. Modern bedrooms have an identity crisis. They're supposed to be for rest, but now they're also offices, cinemas, scroll caves, and emergency snack headquarters. People answer emails in bed, binge 3 episodes under blue light, eat crackers over the sheets like they're camping in their own house, then act shocked when their brain no longer associates the room with sleep. Of course it doesn't. You turned your bedroom into an airport lounge with blankets. The body likes patterns. It wants the bedroom to mean one thing: relax, shut down, go to sleep. But if you spend half the night working, snacking, doom scrolling, and watching crime documentaries where everyone has suspiciously bad judgment, your brain stays on alert. Suddenly, bedtime feels less like winding down and more like closing a tab that keeps reopening itself. Then come the crumbs, the stale air, the glowing screen, and the wonderful ritual of telling yourself, just 10 more minutes until it's somehow 1:47 a.m. and you're researching magnesium gummies. Your bedroom should whisper, rest, not scream, welcome back to your second shift. 4. Sleeping with artificial light leaking into the room. Your brain has a very simple bedtime rule. Darkness means sleep. Unfortunately, modern bedrooms look like small airports at night. LED alarm clocks glowing like interrogation lamps, phone chargers blinking, streetlights sneaking through curtains like uninvited guests. Even that tiny red dot on your TV that says, "Don't worry, I'm just silently ruining your melatonin." The body evolved to read darkness as a signal to shut things down, lower stress hormones, and start deep recovery mode. But when your room looks like a dimly lit electronics showroom, your brain gets confused. Instead of drifting into quality sleep, it hovers in that weird half-awake state where your body is tired, but your brain thinks it's still on shift. People underestimate how sensitive sleep cycles are. Even small light sources can mess with your circadian rhythm and make your sleep shallower than a motivational quote on Instagram. And the cruel irony? Many people spend money on sleep supplements while their bedroom is glowing like a spaceship dashboard. At that point, the problem isn't your biology. Your bedroom just forgot the basic concept of night. 5. Keeping your bedroom too warm. Humans are strange creatures. We say we want good sleep, then we turn our bedroom into a tropical resort at midnight. Thick blankets, closed windows, heater running like it's preparing for winter in Antarctica. And then comes the midnight tossing, the blanket kicking, the mysterious 3 a.m. wake-up, where your body feels like it's roasting inside a burrito of fabric. The body actually needs a slight drop in temperature to enter deep sleep. It's part of the natural shutdown process. Cooler environments help signal the brain that it's time to power down. But when the room is warm and stuffy, the body struggles to regulate itself. Sleep becomes lighter, more restless, and full of those annoying half-awake moments where you flip the pillow for the cool side like it's a survival strategy. People underestimate how much temperature affects recovery. A hot bedroom turns sleep into a negotiation instead of a guarantee. Your brain wants calm and cool. Your thermostat apparently wants to recreate summer in Florida. And when those two disagree, guess who wins? Not your sleep schedule. 6. Ignoring the air quality. In your bedroom, people worry about the air outside. Pollution, traffic, weather, but forget that the air inside their bedroom might be quietly staging its own rebellion. Closed windows, stale airflow, dust, cleaning chemicals, synthetic fabrics, maybe even a hint of last week's takeout lingering in the atmosphere. 8 hours breathing that every night isn't exactly the spa treatment your lungs were hoping for. Poor air circulation can lead to headaches, stuffy noses, dry throats, and that weird morning fog where your brain takes 2 cups of coffee just to reboot. And the funny part is that many bedrooms are sealed tighter than a submarine. Windows never open, air barely moves, and everything inside slowly recycles the same stale mixture like a tiny indoor ecosystem. Fresh air is one of the most underrated health upgrades on Earth, and it's completely free. Yet people will buy expensive supplements while sleeping in a room that feels like a forgotten library basement. Your lungs want oxygen, not recycled dust memories from 2014. 7. Sleeping with your phone right next to your head. For many people, the last thing they see before sleep is their phone. The first thing they see when they wake up is the same phone. Somewhere along the way, the device meant for communication became a tiny, glowing roommate that never shuts up. Notifications buzz, screens flash, messages arrive at the exact moment your brain was finally drifting off. And even if you swear you're not checking it, the temptation sits there like a digital cookie jar 2 inches from your pillow. Blue light alone can interfere with melatonin, tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime. But the bigger problem is psychological. When your phone is within arm's reach, your brain never fully relaxes. It stays in alert mode, waiting for the next buzz, message, or random curiosity that suddenly requires Googling at 12:43 a.m. Suddenly, bedtime becomes a scroll session, and scrolling turns into, how did it become 2 a.m.? The bedroom was supposed to be a place where your mind powers down. But if your phone is sleeping beside you, your brain is basically on night shift. 8. Using harsh, bright lighting. At night, imagine trying to fall asleep while standing in a supermarket aisle. That's basically what some bedrooms recreate every night. Bright ceiling lights blasting the room like it's time for a dental exam. White LED bulbs bright enough to interrogate a suspect. And people flip these lights on right before bed as if their brain won't notice the sudden imitation of noon. Light intensity has a huge effect on your body's internal clock. Bright light signals alertness. It tells your brain, wake up, it's daytime, we have things to do. So when you flood your bedroom with it at night, your body delays melatonin production and sleep becomes harder to reach. The result? You lie there waiting for sleep like it's late to a meeting. Softer lighting in the evening helps your brain transition into rest mode, easing the body into its natural rhythm. But when your room goes from dark to stadium lighting 5 minutes before bedtime, your nervous system doesn't relax. It prepares for productivity. Congratulations, you just scheduled a staff meeting with your circadian rhythm. 9. Using synthetic bedding that traps. Heat and sweat your bed is supposed to be a breathable, comfortable sleep zone. Unfortunately, some bedding feels like it was designed by a plastic bag manufacturer. Cheap synthetic sheets, heavy polyester blankets, and pillows that trap heat like tiny indoor saunas. Everything seems cozy at first, until about 2 a.m., when you wake up wondering why your bed suddenly feels like a humid jungle. The body naturally releases heat during sleep. It's part of how we regulate temperature and maintain deep sleep cycles. But when your bedding traps that heat instead of letting it escape, your body starts fighting its own environment. You toss. You flip the pillow. You stick one foot outside the blanket like it's an emergency cooling system. Sound familiar? Materials matter more than people think. Breathable fabrics like cotton or linen help regulate temperature, while synthetic materials can quietly sabotage your sleep all night long. Yet people will spend hundreds on sleep apps while sleeping inside what is basically a fabric greenhouse. At that point, your blanket isn't helping you sleep. It's slowly simmering you like a midnight casserole. 10. Ignoring your pillow situation. People treat pillows like immortal objects. Once purchased, they apparently become lifelong companions, flattened, lumpy, slightly mysterious companions. But pillows wear out. They lose support, collect dust, and slowly transform from ergonomic support systems into sad pancakes of fabric. And when your pillow stops doing its job, your neck and spine notice immediately. You wake up stiff, sore, or with that weird headache that feels like your skull spent the night negotiating with gravity. The pillow's job is simple. Keep your head aligned with your spine while you sleep. When it's too flat, your neck bends downward. Too thick, and your neck bends upward like you're trying to read a ceiling menu. Either way, your muscles spend the night compensating instead of relaxing. The result? Poor sleep and that classic, "Why do I feel like I slept in a suitcase" morning. People upgrade phones every 2 years, but keep pillows for a decade. Somewhere inside that pillow is a timeline of your entire adult life. Dust, sweat, memories, and questionable decisions. At some point, it's less bedding and more historical artifact. 11. Keeping too many decorative pillows on the bed. There's a strange moment in adulthood where bedrooms start looking like furniture showrooms. Suddenly, the bed has 12 decorative pillows that serve absolutely no functional purpose. They're not for sleeping. They're not for comfort. They exist purely to look impressive for approximately 8 seconds before bedtime. Then, every night becomes a small logistical operation. Where do they go? Chair? Floor? Random corner of the room? Congratulations, you've created a nightly pillow migration ritual. But the real issue isn't just inconvenience. Excess pillows can trap dust, collect allergens, and clutter the sleeping space, making your bed less comfortable than it should be. Your brain is trying to relax, but your environment looks like a cushion convention. Bedrooms should feel calm and simple, not like a pillow warehouse preparing for inventory. Somewhere along the line, people confused comfortable with architectural pillow display, and every night you dismantle it like a tiny bedding construction worker. If your bedtime routine includes relocating half the bed's contents, maybe the bed has too many employees. 12. Using loud or distracting sounds. While trying to sleep, some people fall asleep to calm background noise, rain sounds, soft music, white noise. That's perfectly fine. But then there are the bedrooms that sound like someone left a YouTube playlist running inside a coffee shop, TV murmuring, videos autoplaying, random dialogue from a documentary about sharks echoing through the room. Your brain is trying to power down, but it keeps hearing sentences like, "and then the victim mysteriously disappeared." That's not exactly bedtime meditation. Constant sound stimulation can prevent your brain from entering deeper sleep stages. Even if you fall asleep, your mind may stay partially alert, processing noise like it's still on duty. The result is lighter sleep and more nighttime wake-ups. Humans evolved to sleep in relatively quiet environments. Your brain is always scanning for important sounds, danger, voices, disturbances. So when the room is full of unpredictable noise, the brain never fully relaxes. It's like trying to sleep while your mind is still attending a meeting. If your bedtime soundtrack includes car chases, dramatic narrators, or someone arguing on a reality show, your brain isn't resting. It's binge-watching with its eyes closed. 13. Keeping too many electronics around the bed. Take a quick look around many modern beds and you'll see something interesting. Cables, chargers, tablets, smartwatches, laptops, Bluetooth speakers, maybe even a glowing smart lamp responding to voice commands like a tiny digital assistant. The bedroom slowly becomes a tech command center. But all those electronics bring more than convenience. They bring light, notifications, subtle buzzing, and the constant temptation to just check one thing. Suddenly, your brain is in information mode instead of sleep mode. Even the quiet presence of devices can affect sleep habits because they make stimulation available at all times. A random thought pops up at midnight? No problem. Your phone is right there. Curiosity becomes scrolling. Scrolling becomes another hour of wakefulness. Your bedroom should signal rest and recovery. But when it's packed with gadgets, your brain treats it like a workspace disguised as a bed. Somewhere between the chargers and the screens, the room forgot its original job. It's supposed to help you disconnect, not give Wi-Fi to your insomnia. 14. Ignoring strange smells. In the bedroom, every bedroom develops its own smell over time. Usually it's subtle, fabric, air, maybe a hint of laundry detergent. But sometimes the smell becomes suspicious. Stale air, dusty fabric, maybe a mysterious odor nobody wants to investigate. People get used to it because humans adapt quickly to familiar smells. But your nose forgetting something doesn't mean your lungs signed the same agreement. Odors often signal trapped dust, poor ventilation, mold, or old fabrics that haven't been cleaned in a while. None of those are ideal roommates for 8 hours of breathing every night. Fresh air, clean sheets, and occasional ventilation go a long way toward keeping the bedroom healthy. Yet people will light scented candles or spray air freshener instead of fixing the actual problem. That's like putting perfume on a gym locker. The smell might be masked, but the situation is still developing. A healthy bedroom should smell neutral and clean, not like a chemistry experiment trying to hide behind lavender spray. 15. Going to bed at completely random times. Every night, one night you sleep at 10:30. The next night it's midnight, then 1:15. Then suddenly you're watching videos at 2 a.m. wondering how things escalated so quickly. Humans love routines, especially when it comes to sleep. Your internal clock, the circadian rhythm, works best when bedtime and wake-up times stay relatively consistent. But when sleep schedules jump around like a confused GPS, your body never fully adjusts. Some nights you fall asleep instantly. Other nights you stare at the ceiling like it owes you money. Irregular sleep patterns can disrupt hormone production, energy levels, and overall sleep quality. Your body likes predictability. It wants to know when to release melatonin, when to slow the heart rate, and when to start recovery mode. But if bedtime changes every night, your internal clock basically throws up its hands and says, "Fine, we'll just guess." Suddenly mornings feel heavier, nights feel restless, and the whole system runs like a poorly organized airport. Sleep works best when your body knows the schedule, not when bedtime is decided by whatever rabbit hole the internet opened that evening. 16. Drinking caffeine. Too close to bedtime. Caffeine is one of humanity's favorite productivity hacks. Coffee in the morning, coffee in the afternoon, maybe a soda in the evening, and sometimes a harmless late-night tea that quietly contains enough caffeine to wake a small village. Then bedtime arrives, and suddenly your brain refuses to shut down. You're lying in bed physically exhausted, but mentally hosting a conference of random thoughts. That's not bad luck. That's chemistry. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the chemical that builds up in your brain throughout the day and tells your body it's time to sleep. When caffeine is still in your system at night, that signal gets delayed. Your body thinks it should be tired, but the brain says, "Nope, we're still open for business." The result is lighter sleep, more wake-ups, and mornings that feel like your brain is starting with a low battery warning. And caffeine sticks around longer than people think, sometimes 6 hours or more, so that late afternoon pick-me-up might still be negotiating with your nervous system at midnight. 17. Using strong chemical cleaning products. On bedding, clean sheets feel amazing. Fresh laundry, crisp fabric, that comforting everything is clean feeling. But sometimes the quest for ultra-clean bedding turns into a chemistry experiment. Heavy detergents, scented fabric softeners, drier sheets that smell like a tropical hurricane. Suddenly your pillow smells like a perfume factory explosion. The problem is that many of these chemicals stay trapped in fabrics, and when you sleep, your face is pressed against those fabrics for hours, breathing in whatever residue decided to stay behind. Some people develop skin irritation, headaches, or mild breathing discomfort without realizing the cause is literally the pillow under their head. Bedding should be clean, yes, but it should also be breathable and neutral. Your bedroom is not a laundry commercial where everything must smell like artificial springtime. If your sheets smell strong enough to announce themselves from across the room, Your nose might not be the only thing noticing. Sometimes fresh should simply mean clean, not chemically enthusiastic. 18. Letting pets take over. The entire bed pets are wonderful companions. They're loyal, adorable, and absolutely convinced that your bed is also their personal kingdom. One small dog becomes two. The cat claims the pillow. The second dog stretches diagonally like a furry starfish. Suddenly, you're sleeping on a 6-inch strip of mattress like a traveler on a crowded bus. While sleeping with pets can be comforting for some people, it can also quietly wreck sleep quality. Animals move, twitch, snore, reposition, and occasionally decide that 4:30 a.m. is the perfect time to patrol the room for invisible threats. Your brain registers those movements even if you don't fully wake up, which can break deeper sleep cycles. Then there's the added bonus of fur, dander, and the occasional midnight paw in the face. Your bed slowly becomes less restful sanctuary and more shared wildlife reserve. Loving your pets is great, but if your spine is twisted into a question mark because a 12-pound dog refuses to move, the sleep arrangement might need renegotiation. 19. Wearing the wrong clothes. To bed sleepwear sounds simple, but many people accidentally sabotage their sleep with clothing that's too tight, too warm, or just uncomfortable enough to annoy the body all night long. Heavy fabrics trap heat. Tight waistbands restrict movement. Synthetic materials make you feel like you're wrapped in a gym bag. And while it may seem minor, comfort plays a huge role in how deeply you sleep. Your body shifts positions dozens of times during the night. If clothing pulls, twists, or traps heat, your brain notices. Even if you don't wake up fully, these tiny disturbances add up. The result is sleep that feels lighter and less refreshing. Your sleepwear should basically disappear from your awareness. Breathable, loose, comfortable. But sometimes people go to bed wearing old t-shirts from 2008 and sweatpants designed for winter survival. Suddenly you're overheating, tangled in fabric, and kicking blankets off like you're escaping a textile maze. Your bedroom should feel like a sleep sanctuary, not a nighttime wardrobe malfunction waiting to happen. 20. Ignoring the noise coming from outside. You might think your bedroom is quiet, but your brain is surprisingly good at detecting sound, even while you sleep. Traffic hum, distant sirens, barking dogs, neighbors closing doors like they're testing earthquake resistance. Even if those sounds don't wake you completely, your brain still registers them. Each unexpected noise triggers small alert responses in the nervous system. Your heart rate shifts slightly. Your brain briefly wakes to evaluate the sound. Then it settles again, until the next noise arrives 5 minutes later. Over time, this can break up deeper sleep cycles and leave you feeling strangely tired the next morning. Many people underestimate how much background noise affects recovery. It's like trying to rest while someone randomly taps you on the shoulder all night. Your brain keeps checking if something important is happening. Soundproof curtains, white noise, or simple earplugs can make a huge difference. Because while you may think you're sleeping through the noise, your nervous system is quietly working overtime. 21. Treating your bed like a storage area. There's a strange phenomenon that happens in many bedrooms. The bed becomes temporary storage, a stack of laundry waiting to be folded, bags from shopping trips, books, chargers, random items that will be moved later. Suddenly, the bed is less a sleep zone and more a staging area for unfinished tasks. And your brain notices. Our minds form associations with spaces. Ideally, the bed should signal one thing: rest. But when the bed is surrounded by reminders of chores, errands, and unfinished responsibilities, your brain stays mentally active. Instead of relaxing, it starts thinking about everything that still needs to be done. That pile of clothes becomes a to-do list in fabric form. Even visual clutter can subtly increase stress levels, making it harder for your mind to fully power down at night. The bed should feel like a clean, calm environment dedicated to recovery, not a multi-purpose shelf where half your life temporarily lands before bedtime. Because when your bed doubles as storage, sleep becomes just another item on the pile. 22. Drinking too much water. Right before bed, hydration is important. Every health article on Earth will remind you of that. But like many good things, timing matters. Some people treat the hour before bed like the grand finale of their hydration routine. Big glasses of water, herbal tea, maybe a late-night "I should drink more water" moment of guilt. The result? Your bladder schedules a meeting at 2:17 a.m., whether you like it or not. Waking up once in the night might not seem like a big deal, but it interrupts sleep cycles and makes it harder to return to deep sleep. Suddenly, your night becomes a series of short episodes. Sleep, bathroom trip, sleep again, repeat. Your brain keeps resetting instead of staying in restorative stages. Over time, that fragmented sleep adds up. And the irony is that people think they're doing something healthy. Hydration is great. Just maybe finish the marathon earlier in the evening instead of 5 minutes before turning off the lights. Because your bladder doesn't care about your sleep schedule. It cares about physics. 23. Ignoring how your bed position affects your posture. Most people never question how their body is positioned during sleep. They just collapse onto the mattress and hope the spine sorts itself out. But posture doesn't take the night off. If your body twists, bends, or sinks into awkward angles for hours, your muscles stay slightly engaged instead of relaxing. Some sleepers curl up like a shrimp. Others sleep face down with their neck twisted like they're trying to listen through the mattress. The body adapts, but it pays for it in stiffness, neck pain, or that classic, "Why does my back feel 90 years old this morning?" moment. Your spine prefers neutral alignment, head, neck, and back supported naturally. When your sleep position constantly strains joints or muscles, the body spends the night compensating instead of recovering. Think of it like parking a car with the wheels turned sharply. It works for a moment, but leave it like that long enough, and something starts complaining. Sleep should be when the body repairs itself, not when it quietly negotiates with gravity for 8 straight hours. 24. Letting your bedroom become too bright. In the morning, sunlight is great for waking up naturally. But uncontrolled light blasting into your room too early can also cut sleep short. Thin curtains or uncovered windows can turn sunrise into an alarm clock you never asked for. Suddenly at 5:30 a.m., the room lights up like someone flipped a switch, and your brain decides the night is officially over. Light is the strongest signal for your circadian rhythm. When bright light hits your eyes, it suppresses melatonin and triggers the body to start waking up. That's great when you actually want to wake up. Not so great when your schedule says you still have another hour of sleep left. Many people underestimate how much early light can affect sleep length and quality. Blackout curtains or proper blinds can help maintain a consistent sleep window. Otherwise, your body ends up following the sun like it's living on a farm in 1823. And unless you plan to start milking cows at dawn, your bedroom might need better light control. 25. Ignoring how long your bedroom has gone. Without a deep clean, vacuuming. The visible floor is one thing, but bedrooms quietly collect dust in places nobody checks. Under the bed, behind furniture, inside fabric surfaces that haven't been cleaned in months. Over time, the room slowly becomes a storage vault for dust, skin particles, and microscopic debris that circulates in the air every night. You might not see it, but your lungs certainly notice. A bedroom should be one of the cleanest environments in the house because it's where you spend a third of your life breathing the same air. Yet many people deep clean kitchens and bathrooms while the bedroom slowly develops its own archaeological layers of dust. Under the bed alone could probably tell the story of the last 5 years of your life. Dust buildup can trigger allergies, sinus irritation, and poor air quality that quietly affects sleep comfort. Cleaning your bedroom thoroughly every so often might not sound exciting, but neither is breathing what is essentially a time capsule of lint and forgotten particles. 26. Going to bed. Stressed and mentally overstimulated. The bedroom can be physically perfect. Cool temperature, dark room, comfortable mattress. But if your brain is still running a mental marathon, sleep becomes much harder. Many people bring the entire day's stress straight into bed. Work problems, unfinished tasks, random worries, tomorrow's schedule. That awkward conversation from 3 days ago, your brain refuses to forget. The lights turn off, the room goes quiet, and suddenly your thoughts get louder. Your brain shifts into analysis mode instead of recovery mode. Stress hormones like cortisol remain elevated, which makes it harder for the body to fully relax. You end up tossing, turning, replaying conversations like a director reviewing scenes. Sleep works best when the mind has a chance to slow down before bedtime. Without that mental wind-down period, the brain keeps operating like the workday never ended. And nothing ruins a peaceful bedroom faster than a brain hosting a 2 a.m. board meeting about problems that don't need solving until morning. 27. Never replacing old bedding and bedroom essentials. Here's the grand finale of bedroom mistakes: treating everything in the room as permanent. Mattresses that have survived multiple life phases, pillows older than some friendships, sheets that have been washed so many times they're one spin cycle away from becoming historical documents. Over time, bedding loses its structure, support, and hygiene. Mattresses sag, pillows flatten, fabrics break down. And while it happens slowly, the effect on sleep quality is real. Your bedroom equipment is supposed to support recovery, not quietly age into retirement without telling you. Imagine trying to run a marathon in shoes from 15 years ago. That's essentially what some people expect their sleep setup to do every night. Your body changes, your needs change, and your sleep environment should evolve too. But many bedrooms operate under the philosophy of, if it still technically exists, it's fine. At some point, that mattress stops being supportive and becomes a nostalgic museum piece. And nostalgia is great, just not when your spine is sleeping on it. So, which bedroom mistake is secretly ruining your sleep tonight? Tell me below.